Hello and welcome to Mum Cooks. Today I'm going to be making a vegan, gluten-free lemon drizzle cake. So there's two things we need to consider. Firstly, we're making a vegan cake, which means no eggs. So we need something to help the cake to rise. So I have a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, which I've added to my soya milk here. And in addition, we have some bicarbonate of soda and baking powder, and the two together should do a nice bit of fermentation and hopefully give the cake a nice lift. The second thing we need to consider is this is a gluten-free cake, and I'm using a ready-mixed gluten-free flour, but they tend to absorb more liquid, and so we have to up the liquid intake just a little bit for this recipe. So our first ingredient is 150 grams of a vegan margarine. Secondly, we have 150 grams of caster sugar, and we'll give that a mix. Okay, we're going to add to that 200 grams of my gluten-free flour, in with 2 teaspoons of baking powder and 1 of bicarbonate. Give it a good mix. Now I'm going to add 50 grams of ground almonds. That will help with the texture of the cake. So you need 2 lemons for this recipe, preferably organic, but definitely unwaxed because we're going to use the peel. In it goes. And I've also got here, just to help boost the flavour a little bit, some arôme de citron, because we're in France here. So this is lemon essence essentially. And I think you need a good 2 teaspoons of this. If you want it more lemony, more zingy, you can add more essence and more peel. Now we're going to add our wet ingredients, and I have 150 millilitres of soya milk, and you can use any non-dairy milk you like. And as I said earlier, I've added 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, and hopefully that's going to help us with the lift. In it goes. So that's beautifully mixed now, and I have a 14 centimetre pan, and we're going to decant that into there. Smooth it out a little. So there we go, all ready to go in the oven. 180 degrees or 160 if you have a fan oven, and we'll check it after 45 minutes. So here's my cake out of the oven, and doesn't it look fantastic? And we're going to pop it on here to cool a little. I'm just going to give it a little spike to test that it's cooked right the way through. Perfect. Now, in here I have the juice of 2 lemons, and I also have about 5 tablespoons of icing sugar to make a nice little glaze to go on the top. If you prefer to use granulated sugar or caster sugar, you can, absolutely. So a quick sprinkle of icing sugar. Doesn't that look great? Now all I need is a nice cup of tea.